But the type of policy they don't want is Mr. Ryan's proposal to privatize Social Security and pull the rug out from under senior citizens.
Seniors would pay more and more each year for their health insurance. No longer would Medicare be a guarantee of health insurance coverage. Instead, Medicare would become little more than a discount card. This plan would literally be a death trap for some seniors.
Literally. Debbie Wasserman Schultz, always the model of moderation and informed rhetoric. So now they're trying to whip up the old people, and all of this is being said despite what we heard not so long ago, right after the Tucson shooting, by Debbie Wasserman Schultz herself about the tone of the rhetoric required.
It is absolutely critical that we lead by example, that we take this opportunity to, going forward, not shrink from vigorously advocating our views, but stop treating our opponents like the enemy.
Debbie Wasserman Schultz says we have to have a new tone. We have to watch our rhetoric.
I think all of us need to be more careful about the words that we choose to use, including the things like the title of the repeal of health care reform.
And indeed, apparently that was only applicable to Tea Party people and to other conservatives who support people like Paul Ryan. They have to watch their rhetoric. But when we're attacking you, oh, no, we'll use every rhetorical weapon at our disposal. And we will demonize you. We will say that you're heartless, you don't care, all the rest. By the way, Obama, this is another flashback cut. This was back in January of 2010, a little over a year ago. And this was his approach to leadership.
We're not going to be able to do anything about any of these entitlements if what we do is characterize whatever proposals are put out there as, well, that's the other party's being irresponsible. The other party's trying to hurt our senior citizens.
Well, somebody should tell Nancy Pelosi and Debbie Wasserman Schultz about that.
This plan would literally be a death trap for some seniors.
Well, the president just said you can't scare the seniors in your arguments.
People ask us to find our common ground, the middle ground. Is middle ground 3 million seniors not receiving meals? I don't think so.
3 million seniors are not going to be receiving meals. You might as well have pulled this right out of a 1983 debate. Right? Doesn't this sound like the same exact thing that was argued against any of Ronald Reagan's cuts, spending cuts? If you were alive then, I remember it. And then you just fast forward to Newt Gingrich's 1994 contract with America. They were saying similar things then. Well, the Republicans are going to be content to have grandma sleeping in an alleyway somewhere in some refrigerator box as she paws through the, kibbles and bits.
It's just the same old song and dance.
Is middle ground 3 million seniors not receiving meals? I don't think so.
Seniors would pay more and more each year for their health insurance. This plan would literally be a death trap for some seniors.
It's just the same old smooth routine.
Now, the advocates of this bill, when you try to oppose it, challenge you on an emotional basis. They say, what would you do? Throw these poor old people out to die with no medical attention? That's ridiculous, and of course, no one has advocated it.
For the same old
I was arguing that this is hearkening back to 1982, 1983. This is hearkening back to the 1960s. All right, you have Governor Reagan of California making the case that this is all the left does. They demonize, they try to frighten different constituencies, the old people, minorities, women. They tick off their little constituencies as they march toward what they hope is re-election. Because it's the same old song and dance. And by the way, combining Sinatra with Ronald Reagan is pretty much kind of the best thing you could do in talk radio. I mean, there's nothing, doesn't get any better than that.